Here's your God Call with Reverend Bill.
Sometimes there's just not a lot going on. We're sitting around kind of feeling bored, waiting for something interesting to happen. And then, of course, at other times we can feel overwhelmed. There's so much going on, that huge swirl of activity, so many things vying for our attention that we don't know where to focus. Well, it's not the things, it's the timing and it is the balance. So let's invite that perfect balance as the pieces are swirling together, that we're at peace in the middle of it, paying attention to what needs attention and relaxing through the process.
You got to accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, don't mess with Mr. In-Between. You've got to spread joy up to the maximum, bring gloom down to the minimum, have faith, the pandemonium is liable to walk upon the scene. To illustrate my last remark, Jonah in the whale and Noah in the ark, what did they do just when everything looked so dark? They said you have to accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, don't mess with Mr. In-Between. You've gotta spread joy up to the maximum, bring gloom down to the minimum, have faith, the pandemonium is liable to walk upon the scene. To illustrate my last remark, Jonah in the whale, Noah in the ark, what did they do just when everything looked so dark? They said you've got to accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, don't mess with Mr. In-Between. Don't mess with Mr. In-Between. Don't mess with Mr. In-Between. Don't mess with Mr. In-Between.
Hey, thank you, Avi. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to New Thought Philadelphia. Woohoo! Here we are on Zoom once again on a rainy Philadelphia Sunday morning, but it's not rainy where everyone is. It's only raining where we are. I am Breen Rourke, RSCP, President of the Board of Trustees. I will be your Master of Ceremonies today, while Reverend Bill is winging his way southward. And we've got an awesome celebration in line for you all today. So as you guys know, the Zoom rules, keep yourself on Zoom, except when you have something to share or when we all speak together in a cacophony, which we're going to do now. So go ahead and unmute and repeat after me. I open myself to love.
I
open myself to
I
love.
open myself to joy.
I
I open myself to joy.
I open myself to the awareness of the good surrounding me.
I open myself to the awareness of the good surrounding me.
I know that love is right here, right now.
I know that love is right here, right now.
So it is.
So it is.
All right, go ahead and exercise your mute button.
Breen, you muted yourself.
I was demonstrating how to mute it. All right, so as I said, we got an action-packed program today. We've got a wonderful guest speaker, Reverend Renee, who's been with us before, and she's here with us again. I'm excited to hear what she has to say. And Avi has our music this morning, and we've got our pair of practitioners, Carolyn Nixon and Jesus. So we're excited for that. And I'm going to tell you guys that, as you know, New Thought Philadelphia is an open, loving community of spiritual adventurers, welcoming each person to experience their divine nature in an empowering space of unconditional love. So whatever path you've been on, whatever brought you to the Zoom today, wherever you're headed next, we've been expecting you and welcome. And we believe there is one power, love, intelligence, or force that creates everything, including each of us. and that we use that same power, love, intelligence, or force to create our lives according to our beliefs, or as we like to say, our new life begins with a new thought. Most everybody probably has a cell phone or some electronic device. Go ahead and put that on shush for a little while so it doesn't disturb you while we're in our celebration. And speaking of celebration, we're going to celebrate right now with our opening prayer from Carolyn.
As I speak these words in the first person, I invite you to accept them as your own. There is only one presence, one power, one mind, one life, one source of infinite, pure, creative substance out of which all there is emerges. This one is all knowing, all loving, all giving, and everywhere present, so above, so below, so within. I am that I am that which thou art. Once again, I am grateful for this opportunity to enter into the sacred and loving space of community. I am grateful to witness the divine revealing itself in, as in, through everyone present, through music, through prayer, through meditation, through ritual, and every spoken word. I know that this celebration unfolds in sweet harmony and in divine order. And what blesses us here today blesses all life everywhere, because there is only one. With gratitude, I send my word out into the universe, into the creative medium of this one, the one mind, that one which creates this, all there is, knowing that is creating this good that I claim right here and right now. So be it, blessed be, and so it is.
So it is. Thank you, Carolyn. All right, prayer. Why do we pray? I know, because it works. Prayer works. So now's the time we like to open up the community to hear your prayer works stories, how prayer is working in your life. Linda.
Unmute. There we go. Morning, everybody. So I was supposed to have come home on Friday to Reno to meet two of my brand new great grandkids. And I was not feeling all that hot, and I'll just condense this story down. So I thought, well, I don't know, what should I do? And so I made an appointment with one of my doctors, and it fell right when I was supposed to be going. So I'm like, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't go. And so then everybody from Reno is going to be at my daughter's in Huntington Beach next weekend. And I thought, oh, I'll go there. Well, that wasn't coming together anyway. I was trying really, really hard to stick a square peg in a round hole. And I sat down and went, okay, just let it go. Just let everything unfold. So how it unfolded is that I'm not going either place, and I'm really okay with that. So I just kind of let it all go, and I'll see them another time. And, it worked out. So prayer does work. Even if it doesn't work out the way you think it should, it still works out perfectly every time. That's my story.
Thank you. Thank you. Prayer does work. Sarah, you had one for us, didn't you?
Yes, I do. Yesterday there was a 50-50 chance of rain or sun, and it was like split down the middle, a solid chunk of the day from like 1 in the afternoon to like 9 at night. It was like, oh, there might be thunderstorms, y'all. And I really just didn't want that. And I wanted to blow up my rooftop pool and sit in the pool and like enjoy the sun. And so I was like, oh, I know. And so I prayed for the perfect balance of weather, both for myself and for everyone else. And like, if it was meant to rain somewhere, it would rain. It just wouldn't rain in the like 30-foot radius around me, and that I would be able to enjoy sun. And even if there were clouds that needed to move through my 30-foot radius to where they needed to rain, that I would be grateful for that shade, but like accept that that was just pass through and not get it, like not be like, oh, is this the rain? Is it happening now? And then literally all day I could see big, beautiful, like Mount Olympus style clouds in the distance, but like in the, I would say 100-foot radius of me. it was just like clear skies. And then like every now and again, right when you needed it, a nice little cloud. And then meanwhile, because I prayed not just for myself, but everyone else, my friend who went to Princeton had a completely different set of things that they were doing, and it like poured. And the fact that it poured where she was doing her things like fit the mood. And so I think that that's just really cool. It, everybody had their perfect experience of weather. And then I forgot about today. And then it's now raining. Sorry, guys. Forgot about today.
Thank you, Sarah. And I enjoyed yesterday as well. I got a nice long bike ride in and didn't get rained on. So thank you for that. So prayer works for desired outcomes, for peace of mind, for direction, for I've got a quick one that Jane mentioned earlier that we're cat sitting. Max's cat is here. He's in the basement. In the first 24 hours, he was incognito. We couldn't find him. He was hiding out somewhere. And eventually he came out. And but now he comes out every time we come down. He engages with us. Sometimes he's out even when we don't come down. And the dogs will not go in the basement. So we can leave the basement door open. He can look up the stairs. They can look down the stairs and they can check each other out. But he's not coming upstairs and the dogs aren't going downstairs. And everything is harmonious. So prayer works. Give it a whirl. And if you're not sure, how do I pray? We've got practitioners who can help you with that. It's a rent of consciousness. They can know the truth for you, maybe in a different way than you can know for yourself. So check out our website and take advantage of the practitioners for a practitioner session. All right, where are we? Prayer Works announcements. Carla Ann's going to regale us with some wonderful information.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. This Dog Day information is on our website at newthoughtphilly.org and in our weekly newsletter. Please sign up on the website so that we can keep in touch. We host a 15-minute meditation on Zoom twice a day. Everyone is welcome. They're inspiring, fun, and quick. Episode 110 of Reverend Bill's Practical Prayer podcast is Perspective. Get it where you get your podcast. There is no live session this week. I listened to this yesterday. It was fantastic. We heard a God call at the start of the celebration, and you can subscribe to get them on the phone 4 random times every week. Sign up for a free trial at godcall.com. godcall.org, The annual tie-dye party and picnic in the park next to the Schuylkill River next Saturday from 3 to 7. Register online, pick a dish to share, and find something you're dying to dye. For our social media, follow our social media on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. And join the 1,585 spiritual adventures in our group on meetup.com. The Power of 8 is an Intention Circle meets on Zoom every Monday at 6:30. The Women's Circle meets on Zoom the first Thursday of the month at 7 p.m. Contact Sandy for information. Coming this fall, activate your intuition class on Tuesday evening at the Foster Club and an Artist's Way creativity group on Sunday evenings. Details are coming soon. We are grateful for your tax-deductible donations by Zelle, Cash App, check, PayPal, Venmo, credit, or debit card. Thank you to the team that makes our Zoom celebrations work and has fun doing it. It's to join the joy, contact Sandy. Next Sunday is online with What's New. Reverend Bill shares insights, ideas, and inspirations gathered from New Thought leaders at the 108th Congress of the International New Thought Alliance. Live original music by Sonic Yogi. Some of you know that our friend Bernard Sarkassian was in hospice briefly and has made his transition last month. There will be a memorial followed by a concert on Saturday, August 26th at 3 p.m. in the Kimberton Park Amphitheater. You're invited to bring a blanket and a picnic. Reverend Bill and the practitioners are available for professional sessions by appointment. After the celebration, Carolyn is available for a quick Miracle in the Minute prayer. We'll leave the Zoom meeting open so that people can talk amongst ourselves. Thank you.
Thank you, Carla Ann. A lot happening in the New Thought Philly universe. So check it out. All right, so now is the time we like to welcome new people. And I don't think I see anybody who is new or anybody here for the first time. If I'm wrong, let me know. You can click your electronic raise your hand or turn your camera and jump up and down. But I think anybody who's here has been here before. So we will take this opportunity to bless each other. And just, Avi's going to sing us a song. And as we look into, go in gallery view. Yeah, that's a good one. And then look around the room at all the shiny, happy people. And know that you are loved. Avi?
Thank you, Breen. It is wonderful to be with you again, and even if it is rainy or cloudy where you are, this song is a song of mine that's a little bit, for today, let's say, aspirational, and it's called Sky Blue Sky. So as we look around, imagine that we are all having whatever weather that we desire today. Wherever you are, whatever you're feeling, I hope this brings you the feeling of beautiful blue skies. Lower down the mast, sailing out to sea. The sun is setting fast behind us. Silver shades and beer, just like a movie star. Yes. Side to side, you play your cavaquinho. Sky blue sky, blue sky. 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 Everyone we know has come to meet us here, leaving all the world behind us, throwing arms around, swaying with the wind, side to side, you play your cavaquinho. Sky blue sky, blue sky. 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 Sky blue sky, blue sky.
Thank you, Avi. Blue sky. Ah, that's beautiful. And now Sandy is going to lead us in the flames of faith.
We perform this ceremony to acknowledge that all people and all faiths come from the one power, love, intelligence, which we call spirit or God. We honor the richness that comes from our shared diversity and bless the interwoven energy of the divine feminine and masculine. We light the first candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the second candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous peoples, the way of primal spirituality. We light the third candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle for all forms of New Thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. As we light the healing candle, please put silently into the light the names of anyone or any place you wish to have experience the healing flame of God's eternal love.
Blessed be. And now we've got a reading brought to us by Dana.
Thank you. The apparent imperfection is but a temporary experience of the soul on the pathway of its unfoldment. It is a creature of time and of the night, but the dawn of an everlasting morning of pure joy is in store for all. Meantime, God is with us, and we have no fear, for he doth us all things well. We should rejoice in the truth we now have and look toward the future in confident expectancy. As we gain greater understanding, we shall receive greater illumination. I believe that we are surrounded by an intelligent law which receives the impress of our thoughts and acts upon it. This is the law of our life, and we may use it consciously and for definite purposes. I am not superstitious about this law any more than I would be about the law of electricity or any other natural law, for nature is always natural. I believe in a religion of happiness and joy. There is too much depression and sorrow in the world. These things were never meant to be and have no real place in the world of reality. Religion should be like the morning sun sending forth its rays of light. It should be like the falling dew covering the land with fragrance and sweetness, like the cool of evening and the repose of night. It should be a spontaneous song of joy, not a funeral dirge. From the fullness of joy, a joyous heart, the mouth should speak. I believe in the brotherhood of humanity, the parenthood of God, and a unity binding all together in one perfect whole. I believe the spirit is in the wind and wave and manifests its presence throughout all nature, but most completely through our own minds and in our hearts. It proclaims our livingness and its lovingness.
There is a song by the band My Morning Jacket, which is titled Believe and repeats that word over and over again. And as I sing the song and the word believe repeats, I hope that with each time we say the word believe, that you believe deeper and deeper in the power of yourself to believe. Time to roll, the answer floats on down the farther shore of the mind. Roll the dice that sail the ship, and all the doors will open on down the line. Turn to wrong, a lesson learned and then forgotten over in our time. In that moment I awoke among the smoke and mirrors. I was blind. Believe, 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 believe. Nobody knows. Believe, 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 believe. Nobody knows for sure. It begins and on, a baby's born, the elders down, all in their time. Start a door, the setting sun, the day has come, my mind is open, my oh my. Time to go, the answer floats on by the farther shore of the mind. Roll the dice that sail the ship, and all the world will open all this time. Believe, 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 believe. Nobody knows. Believe, 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 believe. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows for sure.
Thank you, Avi. Believe. All right, so as I promised, we've got our guest speaker this morning, Reverend Renee LeBoa. She's an ordained New Thought minister. She served as a senior minister of the Spiritual Living Center of Charlotte, North Carolina for 12 years. She's very dynamic, humorous, and transparent about the experiences that brought her to the New Thought teachings. For over 30 years, Renee has dedicated herself to studying world religions, metaphysics, the law of attraction, mental health awareness, 12-step recovery, and life mentoring. And I heard that she also does a high wire act sometime. So without further ado, here's Reverend Renee.
Good morning. The high wire act is just a joke. Maybe it's not too late. Good morning, everybody. I'm really honored to be back. It's great to see your faces. And Bill and I realize that this is kind of becoming an annual thing. So maybe next year, right? So recently someone asked me, what dreams do you have that are unfulfilled? And I honestly had to sit and think about that for a while. I thought about it for a couple hours. And it was really amazing that I didn't have unfulfilled dreams. And yes, I have aspirations and I want to grow in this area, learn this. But as far as dreams go, I see my life as a dream. I see it as a dream because I have, like, my life is split in two ways: before New Thought and after New Thought. Before New Thought, I could not have had a concept of, the wording that we use or even the practice at all. I could not believe or even think that there was another option other than the way I was living. And what I've learned since, obviously, and we all know this, is that our beliefs cause our thoughts cause things to manifest in our life. So through New Thought, I began to learn how to think. Before that, my life was one of drama, one of pain, abuse, addiction. I was homeless at one point. I felt life was hard. It was dangerous. You couldn't trust anyone, and everyone would leave. I had abandonment. I believed that everyone would leave. And there's so much more to that, but that's the basis of what my belief system was. All I knew was that was my life, and I didn't have a concept that I could think past that, or there were possibilities for me to think or live another way. So it's true that you can't know what you don't know until you find out that you didn't know it. And so it was like that for me with New Thought. It was all of a sudden, I started hearing these concepts and this new way of thinking, which freaked me out at first when they said, well, everything that you think manifests, freaked me out because, oh my gosh, the stuff that I thought. So I thought these horrible things were just going to manifest poof in the middle of my living room. And it was really very, very taxing at first because I just didn't have a concept of how to do this. A friend in 1994 is when I began my journey. A friend gave me my very first textbook, the textbook of the Science of Mind. And, if you've ever opened the book, cracked it open, it might as well be written in Russian. At first, I could not understand a word. I didn't understand what it meant. I remember I would hold it to my chest like I was going to absorb it through my skin so that I could understand it. And this, don't laugh, because this is actually true. I slept with the book under my pillow. And I thought, I've got to understand how this stuff works. And to me, it kind of felt like magic. But I didn't know how to use it. I just didn't know how to use this magic that was being presented to me. Well, I actually didn't even start studying New Thought until I went to my very first conference. And at that point, we were meeting at Asilomar in Monterey. And it was kind of like, here was a group of people that were high on life. And there was this energy that was so palpable that I felt like I had landed into another world. And it was infectious. It was infectious. I wanted what they had. I didn't know how to get it yet, but I wanted what they had. And it shifted in me a need to learn how to think, learn how to breathe differently. I think I spent most of my life with my nose just at the waterline, hoping and praying that I could survive the next drama. When I came home from this first conference, the reentry was very, very hard. All of a sudden, I realized that I didn't know how to speak to the people around me. The way that I had been living was uncomfortable. I had outgrown my box. The people that I engaged with day in and day out, they were different than the people I had just met. And it felt really uncomfortable. I felt out of place, and it was actually caused a little bit of depression because I didn't know what was happening. Things started falling away. Things started becoming harder for me to keep in my life. I heard about, I think it was a mother eagle. And I don't know if you know this about eagles. They make their nest out of thorns. and then they pack it down with the feathers from their chest. And when they have the babies are all cozy and nice and all lovely. When it's time for the babies to fly, the mom starts plucking out the feathers. So it makes it more uncomfortable as the babies begin to feel the thorns. And then eventually they're like, this hurts, I'm going to fly. Well, isn't that what it is when we first start moving out of the things that no longer serve us? It can really be uncomfortable. It was for me. And so here I was given this magic tool, the magical party tricks of new thought. And just like Harry Potter, I had no idea how to use it. And so I was manifesting stuff left and right that really wasn't what I wanted, but I was trying to change my beliefs, but I didn't know how to change my beliefs. And I didn't know how to think or talk the way that I was supposed to talk yet. And it was really very challenging. And it really freaked me out. Well, one day I thought a new thought. One day I realized what it was I believed. Do we even know all the things that we believe? I've been in this teaching now 30 years, and I am still finding out things that I believe. And some of them are shocking. When you go into the depths of that subconscious mind, where I like to call mine the sub-basement of mold and molding scary creatures, because down there are all the unrepressed thoughts and beliefs that I've held almost all my life. And they kind of surface, they continue to surface as I go deeper and deeper into my practice, deeper and deeper into the desire to know myself. And this thing that's happened through this practice is that I have awoken. I have awoken to the new possibilities in life. Breen read some of my bio, which is really just about this much. I have done so much in the past 30 years, so much in the way of exploring myself, exploring the world, meeting people, going into ministry, doing things that I would have never believed were possible for a girl like me before New Thought. When I look back, I just had the opportunity to do a paper, and it's called All About Renee. And it was the kind of the abbreviated version of the abbreviated version of the abbreviated version of my life from start to finish. And it was a journey that really took me places that I hadn't been in a while. And it was fascinating to me to write about this person. And it was like she was once removed from me. Here I am, this person, and I'm looking back on these events and the life that was created based on my beliefs and thoughts. And it was shocking. It was shocking to see the contrast of her versus me. It is absolute proof that changing your thinking changes your life. It is mind-blowing how simple that sounds and how absolutely profound it is. It was so dynamic for me to see the energy behind thoughts, the law of the universe, that we can manifest anything that we think. And like I said before, that was kind of freaky to me at first. So I learned to believe. I learned to see the world differently. I saw myself differently. I learned how to attract the things to me that were for me. And I began to transform. I began to cause things to manifest in my life. And it was almost as if I was on an island, and the things that no longer worked for me or were for me based on the desires of my heart and the desires of my mind and my place in the universe began to vibrate off my island, and new things would come in. And I began to change, and I began to think differently. I began to love myself in a way that I had never done before. So I started believing in possibility. Just because it's never been done before doesn't mean that it shouldn't. And I was the person that was going to make that happen. This is one of my favorite quotes. Alice laughed. "There is no use trying," she said. "One can't believe impossible things." "I dare say you haven't had such practice," said the Queen. "When I was your age, I always did it for half an hour a day. Why, sometimes I've believed as many as 6 impossible things before breakfast." So I ask you all, What dreams do you have that are unfulfilled? What beliefs maybe that you still hold that you are ready to release? And I'm going to close with a story. It's a true story. When I was a little girl, I went to summer camp. And in this summer camp, there was this opportunity to ride horses through the little forest. And I'd never done anything like that before. I was terrified, but I wasn't going to show that I was terrified. I was always awkward around other people. I didn't fit in with other kids, and I kind of was always on the outside looking in. Well, here's my opportunity to show that I could ride a horse and I was powerful. Well, as we're going through the forest, up ahead you can see the stream. The camp counselor was behind me. My horse started doing this thing, getting excited. I didn't know how to control a horse. It's not like it has a steering wheel and brakes. And she's yelling, "Let go or get dragged. Let go or get dragged." Unbeknownst to me, the horse liked to roll in the water. So as this stream is coming up, it really wasn't a stream, it was more like a rolling brook. This horse is taking off. She's screaming, "Let go or get dragged." And like anyone would do, you want to hold on for dear life. To let go is really not a natural thing for us. I hung on, the horse rolled, and I sprained my ankle. This has become a metaphor, and I'm going to share it with you. Let go or get dragged. What are you hanging on to that no longer serves you? And if we keep hanging on to things that no longer serve us, we're going to get dragged. We're going to get dragged through resentment and fear and apprehension. And forgiveness is the number one key to opening up your heart in a new way. So let go or get dragged through the life that you no longer want. Let it go, let it go, let it go. And I dare you to dream impossible things, to dream a life for yourself that maybe is different from today. Make those things come true for you. And just like Brain said a little while ago, he said, we're living the dream. Live the dream. It's possible. Thank you. That's it.
I closed my eyes, drew back the curtain to see for certain what I thought I knew. Far, far away, someone was weeping, but the world was sleeping. Any dream will do. I wore my coat with golden lining, bright colors shining, wonderful and new. And in the east, the dawn was breaking, and the world was waking. Any dream will do. Any dream will do. Any dream will do. A crash of drums, a flash of light, my golden coat flew out of sight. The colors faded into darkness, I was left alone. May I return to the beginning. The light is dimming, and the dream is too. The world and we are still waiting, still hesitating. Any dream will do. Any dream will do. Crash of drums, a flash of light, my golden coat flew out of sight. The colors faded into darkness, I was left alone. return to the beginning. The light is dimming, and the dream is to the world and night. We are still waiting, still hesitating. Any dream will do. Any dream will do. Any dream will do. Any dream will do.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Avi.
Avi.
Thank you, Reverend Renee, for those beautiful words. Let go or get dragged. Let's surrender to the presence at this moment, the only moment we have. Prayer is we speaking to God through meditation and inspiration. God speaking to us. In the silence, we listen to the voice within, which is intuition. Intuition, everybody possesses, but few use it. God speaks to us through intuition. That small voice within. I invite you to close your eyes or bring them to a soft focus. Taking a deep breath in, fill your lungs. Hold it right there for a moment. When you're ready, let it go, empty yourself. Those things that Reverend Renee spoke about that doesn't serve you anymore. Let them go. Surrender. Surrender, not like throwing your arms up and giving up. Not that kind of surrender. Surrender voluntarily to the presence of goodness. Through intuition is the most knowledge that we could get, more than books and lecture. It's cutting through, going straight to the source. The source within, which is God. That peace, that love, that each one of us possesses. Embrace, embody peace. Fill yourself with peace. The peace of God. Don't be anxious. Don't be worried. But in all things with prayer and meditation, present your request to God. And the peace of God that surpasses all human understanding will guard your hearts and minds to the voice of intuition. Spirit says, the peace I leave you, the peace I give you. Not like the world gave, I give. So don't let your heart be troubled. and don't be afraid. Embody love that casts out all fear. Peace in Hindu is Shanti, peace. Shanti. In Hebrew, Shalom, peace. Shanti, Shalom, peace. Shanti, Shalom. Embrace it, feel it, sense it, imagine it, believe it, know it. It's like swimming in the crystal water of eternity. It's like flying in the everlasting arms of the Almighty. Be still and know that God within. The God that is in each one of us, through us, around us, in us, as us. It is us. It is God expressing that divine peace through each one of us. We are the instrument of peace, the channel of love, and the bridge of unity. Blow yourself in the world of peace. Be peace. Breathe peace. When you breathe in today, every day, be conscious of that breath of peace. When you speak, each one of us, we speak in peace, love, unity, freedom, balance, wisdom, power. And as we go into the silence together, flow in the cloud of peace, which we are that instrument.
Horses remain in corrals because they don't know that they can jump over the fence. And so with us, we dwell, we immerse, permeated, and infused in this field of infinite creative potential and possibilities. This one that creates all there is, creates whatever we impress upon it through our thoughts and our declarations. And if we wish to change our experience, we must first change our thoughts and believe. So right here and right now, I set this intention for myself to allow the awareness of infinite possibility and this pure creative potential to enter into my consciousness. I embrace it, I embody it, I let go of what no longer serves me. I allow my beliefs to be reformed, reordered, and I joyously and enthusiastically jump down that rabbit hole of infinite creative potential and possibilities. In prayer, I state the what it is I desire. And this creative medium in this one accepts this what. And it determines the how, the when, and the wow. And when I dream a new dream, and I think a new thought, and I go into prayer, I move forward and I align my thoughts, my words, and my actions to support that which I declare for myself. When I believe it, I will see it. With deep gratitude, I released these words into that creative medium of this one mind, into that field of infinite creative potential and possibilities, and I allow this perfect law to do its perfect work in this perfect way. I let it be so. So be it. Blessed be. And so it is. Take in a deep breath. Let it go. And come back to the celebration for some more music.
Many nights we prayed with no proof anyone could hear. In our hearts a hope for song we barely understood. Now we are not afraid, although we know there's much to fear. We were moving mountains long before we knew we could. There can be miracles when you believe, though hope is frail, it's hard to kill. Who knows what miracles you can achieve when you believe, somehow you will. You will when you believe. Now in this time of fear, when prayer flown away. Yet now I'm standing here, my heart so full I can't explain, seeking faith and speaking words I never thought I'd say. There can be miracles when you believe. Though hope is frail, it's hard to kill. Who knows what miracles you can achieve? When you believe, somehow you will. You will when you believe. They don't always happen when you ask, and it's easy to give in to your fear. 'Cause when you're blinded by your pain, can't see the way to get through the rain, a small but still resilient voice says hope is very near. There can be miracles when you believe. Though hope is frail, it's hard to kill. Who knows what miracles you can achieve? When you believe, somehow you will. Somehow you will. You will when you believe. You will when you believe.
Thank you, Avi. That was beautiful. Thank you, everyone. What a great community to bring together for this celebration. And speaking of community, now we'd like to hear from the community. If something has landed with you, some seed has been planted, some idea. I see Jane waving her hand. Yes, my dear.
Good morning, everybody. Oh my gosh, I love the music today, the meditation. Renee, that was a beautiful talk today. I loved it. So I'm in my studio, zooming in on this today. And I had started this page in my art journal, and there's one space that was missing. I was looking for words, and I couldn't find the words for it. So when I sat down this morning, I thought, I'm going to listen to the talk today, and I'm going to see if something inspires me. So lo and behold, I got a piece of paper. I'm writing down things that you're saying. And you get to the phrase, let go or be dragged. What are you holding on to that no longer serves you? And I was like, damn, that's it. So I grabbed my journal. You can't really see it, but so I was like, it's complete now. So thank you, Renee. I love it. It was a great, great day today. So thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Jane. Oh, I muted you. Sorry. I was too quick on the mute trigger. Anyone else? Okay. We'll just let it all settle in and just soak in it. It's beautiful. Thank you all. All right, now we've got Carla Ann with the offering.
New Thought Philadelphia is all about spreading the love. Our community is supported by your contributions. The gifts you share helps fund our work in the world, and the ways you share your light spreads that love. We are grateful for every way that you share. We don't have a basket today, but there's a donate button on the website to make donations by credit card, PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, Cash App, you name it, or you can even mail in a check to our Ardmore office. The offering affirmation is on the screen. We'll say the affirmation together. I
I
live
live
under
in an abundant universe,
I am one with
One
the
with
one with
infinite
the
source
infinite
of
source
good.
of all good.
I am a
I
center
am a
of conscious
center of conscious
prosperity.
prosperity.
I enjoy the
I
richness
enjoy
of
the riches
life.
of life.
I
I
bless
bless
my
my
gift.
gift.
I
I
share
share
my
my
gift
gift
with
with
gratitude
gratitude
and
and
joy.
joy.
I
I know
I
that as I
know that I
give,
give,
I
I
do
do
receive.
receive, and so it is.
so it is. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. All right. Avi, bring us home, brother.
Indeed, indeed. Thank you all so much. It's always such a pleasure to be with with all of you in community. And one thing I'll say about the rain is it does make my song Passover extremely appropriate. So it's a song that I love to close with because it is indeed a very a good sing-along song. So even as you stay muted on Zoom, I hope you will sing along with me wherever you are, whatever you're feeling today, however you've been inspired today. Let's end it with a little bit of singing that whatever dark cloud is hanging over you will pass over eventually. And the best way I know how to do that is by singing it away with music. This dark cloud will soon pass over. This dark cloud will soon pass over. This dark cloud will pass and there will be sun, sun, sun. Said this dark cloud will soon pass over. This dark cloud will soon pass over. This dark cloud will pass and there will be sun, sun, sun. A storm's about to appear, and not a thing will be dry. But the skies, they always clear. It's just a matter of time. But this dark cloud will soon pass over. This dark cloud will soon pass over. This dark cloud will pass, and there will be sun, sun, sun. We're stuck with nowhere to go. It's quite a disheartening thing, but instead of getting low, let's get together and sing. Let's sing. This dark cloud will soon pass over. This dark cloud will soon pass over. This dark cloud will pass and there will be sun, sun, sun. Said this dark cloud will soon pass over. This dark cloud will soon pass over. This dark cloud will pass and there will be sun, sun, sun. I see you're feeling blue. Life's not how you want it to be. So until the sun shines through, you can sing along with me. Here we go. And this dark cloud will soon pass over. This dark cloud will soon pass over. This dark cloud will pass and there will be sun, sun, sun. Said this dark cloud will soon pass over. This dark cloud will soon pass over. This dark cloud will pass and there will be sun, sun, sun. Said this dark cloud will soon pass over. This dark cloud will soon pass over. This dark cloud will pass and there will be sun, 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 sun.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much, Avi. I love that song. I remember the first time you sang it in person. We all were clapping and singing, and it was great. So thank you so much. All right. So let's all grab the virtual hand of the person next to you and repeat after me. I let go of old beliefs.
I let go of all belief.
I am open to the impossible.
I'm
I
open
am
to the
open
impossible.
to the impossible.
My dreams are fulfilled.
My
My
dreams
dreams
are
are
fulfilled.
fulfilled.
And so it is.
And
So it is.
Yay.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Thanks, everybody. Renee, thank you so much.
Renee, thank